right, so now we're going to actually talk about how you hit those biggest factors that I just talked about in the last lecture. So if you're able to do all of these things right here and hit all of those big factors that I talked about, you're going to have a good chance of getting a ton of success on YouTube. So the first thing, once again, is session time is one of the most important things that there is, which is how long your audience is staying on the platform. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. Playlists and video series are really good because they're getting people to watch in loops, right? So they're staying on in videos. They must be pretty good at, keeping an audience on a platform, on our platform. So we're going to suggest them because we want more people to watch their video and then watch more and more and more. So playlists and video series are really good for that because obviously playlists, it goes from one to the next to the next to the next. Video series is another good way to keep people entertained because they might come in on, video 10 of the series and then go through and watch 1 through 10 in one shot, right? So those two kind of go together. You can make playlists that are video series, right? And I'm sure you guys have binge watched a video series on YouTube as well. Another thing is call to action end cards, and I'll show you how to do this here in a second. And one person who's actually really good at this is Kevin David. So at the end of all of his videos, he'll have one end card sitting there, and he'll say, and now if you want to learn how to blah, 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 check out this video right here, and he'll point to it. And that's a really good way to get somebody to go ahead and click that next video because he's basically advertising that video and previewing it. And again, if they end up watching another one of your videos, that is a huge factor for YouTube wanting to suggest you. Another thing you can do is link to your playlist or another video in the description and also you can pin it to the top comment. All right, so now I'm here on YouTube, and first of all, if you want to make a playlist, you just click that button right there, and then that will take you right here where you can do a playlist. And so that here you can create a playlist, and then you can also click these dots right here. You can click add videos, and then you can add any one of your videos that you want, and you can select multiple videos as well. And then other than that, what I should be doing is basically separating out different playlists. So I should be having like one playlist for make money on YouTube without making videos, one playlist for, how to get subscribers, one list for, Shopify videos, things like that, instead of having them all in one list. So I could do a better job with the playlist for sure. But that's how you do playlists. And then as far as call to action cards, if you go into your videos, and then you click the pencil to edit, you can basically go in and change your end card. So what you can do is, first of all, you can add a video to a playlist as well in the actual options of your video. You can also go and click end screen right here, and then this is how you can kind of add those end screens. So basically what you do is you can do basically any one of these that you want. You can throw in whatever you want here. You can add an element to a playlist. So you can link at the end to a playlist. You can link to a video. You can link to your channel link where they can click on it to subscribe. So all of those things are an option, but that's how you'll put in those end cards as well. And then of course we can go into the video, and then if you want to pin a comment. So if you want to pin a comment, to where you can either ask them to subscribe, or you can ask a thought-provoking question, or if you link to a playlist, or you can link to another video, you just put in a comment here. You put in a comment yourself, and then you'll go over and click these three dots and then hit pin. And that's how you can pin a comment to your own video. So there's a lot of different things that you can put there. You guys will notice I put my courses there, and so you guys can put whatever you want. Another good idea is to link, and a lot of people do this, link to playlists or to a specific video in their descriptions as well. So all of those things are going to help with session time. And so as far as session time also, one of the reasons I believe that Buy 9 to 5 doesn't do very well is, first of all, I do spend a lot of time talking about my courses, right? So obviously that's not going to be good for watch time. It's not going to be good for retention. And I'm also pushing people off the platform a lot to go onto my website, right? And so by doing that, I am hurting session time because then they're going off the platform. So that's one of the things you want to think about. So the way I do it probably definitely not the best way to do it as far as advertising your course on your channel. You'll notice people like Kevin David never talks about their course. I don't even think he links to it, right? He'll come back and run an advertisement to you later, and that's how he does that. So you do want to think about, if you're sending people off of YouTube, how that might affect your session time and those sort of factors that help you rank videos. And I think that's one of the things that really holds Buy 9 to 5 back as a YouTube channel. So definitely something to keep in mind there. But then as far as the number 2 factor of watch time, one of the things you can do is simply make the video entertaining. Make sure it's an interesting video that's entertaining, that people want to watch all the way through. And when we get to the analytics section, I'll show you how you can actually look at these things more in depth. And so also somewhere between a 10 to 20 minute video is usually where you want to be. Somewhere between that 10 to 20 minute video range. That's where most videos have the most success. They're between that amount of time. And so for retention, it's the same thing pretty much. Make it entertaining. So you want it to be a good video that'll, keep people engaged, keep people wanting to watch. One of the ways to do that is to avoid long and boring intros and avoid like long endings, right? And so if they can tell that you're about to end the video like a minute early, they'll probably drop off before you actually finish your little spiel at the end, right? You also want to do like a hook preview. So show them what's coming up in the video. So if there's so what you want to do is kind of take 10 seconds from the most exciting part of your video and put that at the beginning of the video, but don't show them the actual conclusion of that. Don't show them, so maybe someone's about to do a really cool dunk and then he takes off and does half of the cool part, but then it shuts off, right? And then that keeps people engaged, right? And then another thing you want to do is continually hint at what's going to happen later in the video. So I do this throughout this entire program, right? I'm like, later we'll talk about, and then we're going to talk about, right? So you're always updating your audience on, make sure you don't leave because I'm going to talk about this next. You don't have to say, make sure you don't leave, but that's what you're basically doing. We're going to talk about this soon, and then hopefully they don't want to miss that, so they're going to keep on watching because you're continually updating them on what's going to be talked about in a little bit. And so for view velocity, what you really want to get is a good click-through, right? So a good click-through is going to, help you start getting those early views, right? And then if you're hitting the things from 1 through 3, that's going to help with your view velocity, right? Because at the same time, YouTube's going to start seeing those things. They're going to start recommending them. And then for view velocity, you want to get a good click-through. You also want to get people to engage early. And so basically all the things that we're talking about here is going to help with that view velocity. So click-through rate, you want good titles and thumbnails. That's what's going to help people click on your video. But you also need keywords that you can actually rank for, right? So this is kind of something we've already talked about. You want those low competition, high search volume keywords. So if you didn't do your keyword research, right, and the keyword you're trying to rank for, the keywords you put in your titles and stuff like that are too hard to rank for, and you have no shot of even ranking for it, and you don't have very many subscribers, right? No one's probably going to even see your video, right? So that's where you need to really do the research on the keywords that you want to rank for, and then you put those keywords that you're trying to rank for in the title, which we will talk about here in a second, which we will talk about here in a little bit. And that's what's going to help you at least start getting some traction, right? It's going to help people start finding your video. If you're a brand new channel and you're trying to rank for Fortnite and you're on page 65, no one's going to find your video. And if you don't have any subscribers, no one's going to watch the video at all. And so good titles and thumbnails and also the keywords you're trying to rank for all play a factor in your click-through rate. And then for engagement, you want to give people an incentive. So one channel that does this is All Time Scary. So he actually gives away Amazon gift cards if they like, comment, and subscribe, right? Or like Rick Shields, he gives away golf clubs and stuff if you like, comment, and subscribe. So for you, maybe you could make some sort of, free PDF giveaway or free small course or whatever it is that you are actually, whatever your niche is. Well, you don't have to pay money or give something away, right? Because you don't have the kind of money that they do, right? But you can find something that you can maybe give that of value that is free, right? Or you can just simply ask them to engage. So people always say, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, please subscribe to it. So that's another thing you can do, is just simply ask them. Remind them, hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and I really appreciate it. And then another thing you can do to help engagement is ask a good question. So people will ask a question that's, thought-provoking and engaging, and tell them to answer the question below. Or you can do like a funny question, like two different options, A or B, which one, let me know which one you take, or something like that. And then you can also type in a thought-provoking question and pin that as a top comment. So if you do that, then sometimes people will comment below under that, and that helps get the engagement flowing as well. And then for views, of course, get good titles, good thumbnails, and then the views are basically going to come by just hitting everything that I just talked about. So those are the main ways that you can basically hit those biggest factors. And then the ultimate goal is to move from getting ranked in search to getting ranked in suggested. So next up, we're going to talk about how you can get ranked in the search results, and then the analytics that we can study to learn how to actually get better at what we're doing.